Hot Boxing, presented by Car Crush with hosts M-Dog Nightmare and Boner Battlefield. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere, you dingus.
If you guys are wondering, you're listening to
Hot Boxing.
This is our very first podcast and first episode.
First podcast and episode. I'm just going to repeat everything that you say.
There's so many things I could do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, aside from Mandy's rad and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mandy's rad. Mandy's rad.
Mandy's rad. See?
Emily is radder.
Emily's rad, too.
Okay, so we should probably introduce ourselves a little bit better because this is our first podcast. Mandy, do you want to start?
Sure. I am Mandy, a.k.a. Boner Battlefield.
Boom.
And
yeah.
This is Hot Boxing. Should I say it? And then you should say it.
Hot boxing.
Hot boxing.
Let's say it together.
Hot boxing. We like hot boxes.
We are hot boxes.
Yeah.
Also, there's some weed reference. I don't know if we need to explain the whole thing. Yeah. I bet you guys get it. I'm Emily, a.k.a. M-Dog Nightmare.
She forgot her name.
That happens. Well, here's the thing is we don't really technically work in the automotive industry or really know much about cars.
But we really like cars.
Yeah, we fucking love cars, so we thought, why not? We can talk about them if we want to. We don't need to be somebody that works at a magazine that's been around for 50 years or someone, that has a Lamborghini and a Maserati and a Tesla to tell you guys what we think is cool or talk to cool people.
Yeah, we don't actually have to know anything about anything. We can just learn it.
Yeah.
And you guys can be on this really amazing journey with us to learn about cars with us, pretty much.
Yeah. And here's the thing is that we will have people on that know what the fuck they're talking about. So we're not just going to be running. It's not going to be the blind leading the blind.
Not just going to be running our big mouths about nothing.
Yeah. Well,
yes, we will.
We'll do that. We'll do a lot of that.
We'll do that too. But
then we'll have experts on and they'll be like, this is what's really going on.
And it will probably be funny because we'll probably say some really stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about any cars what kind of cars that we have, or if we have a car?
Let's talk about your car.
We have a bicycle. Well, I have had some bad luck with cars. Some of them like to get hit a lot, but my first car that was pretty rad that I was really into was a 66 Galaxy. And I sold it to a friend who has pimped it out, and it's really cool because I get to see my old car all the time. And
it looks sexy
really,
too.
really pretty. And I used to drive to college, and it was really awesome. And then I decided that I wanted something faster and more furious. And I impulse bought a 1972 Chevelle. And
that was an impulse buy.
It was a real impulse buy. I was shopping for a responsible car because my responsible car had gotten totaled by a semi-truck. It had also been hit at least 50 times. At least 50 times.
None of those were her fault.
Yeah. Anyway, so I saw that on Craigslist and I went and test drove it and then bought it like an idiot because I really liked how loud it was.
You had some money burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, well, not really. I just took out a loan on my credit cards.
Oh, I thought you had cash.
I mean, I had some of the money, but some of it I didn't. I had also bought another car previous to that, so I just spent a lot of money.
No, you bought that car before you bought the Subaru. Yeah, you bought the crazy
Basically
car.
bought two cars in the course of 2 months.
And then you broke your kneecap.
And then I broke my knee and I couldn't drive either of them. And even though I was super, super poor and really wanted to drive that car,
she let me drive it instead.
And had no money, I did not sell that car. I was like, I am not selling my Chevelle. I don't give a fuck. And so I didn't sell it, and I still have it now. Yeah. But she's resting in the garage because she needs some work. But don't they all?
They always need work.
They always need work. And then, So those are the my two babies that I've had.
Well, and then you have your
And then I have my drive around cars, My actual first car.
You
was
have your
just
all the time bitch.
Yeah, my first car was actually a Subaru because I lived on the mountains and it was really fun and really cool because it was like my first nice car that I made payments on, and I drove it up to the mountain, and it had all-wheel drive, so I didn't have to take my car out anymore, so I was pretty excited.
I had dreams about making car payments after you got that car because I wanted a new car so bad.
It was
Your
pretty
car was
rad.
like so nice. It was like so nice.
I mean, we were young, poor kids at the time, so.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like, it's not like it didn't have leather interior or anything.
No.
Compared to the shitty $200 Honda I was driving, it was pretty fucking nice.
And then, okay, so Emily, tell us a little bit about your car situation.
Well, I only recently bought my first V8 in 2009. It's a 1989 Trans Am GTA with the BorgWarner 5-speed and T-tops. And I picked that baby up in Sparks, Nevada. Her name is Lady in Red. It took me about 6 months of finding it. Yeah, it's the Knight Rider one. And here's the thing. For what the money I had was only about $2,500. And I mean, I had to fucking fly to Nevada. But, and I flew my friends in case I was getting like Craigslist murdered.
You were getting, what's that called? When you like go to meet someone?
Catfished?
Catfished.
No,
but
I think that's a dating thing. No, she thought I was going to get murdered.
in case you're like on the ID Discovery show Web of Lies, where they
Yeah.
entice people in on the internet. You could
Yeah.
have been one of those people for sure.
Yeah, so I went with my friend Megan. For what I could buy, and I kind of honestly love the third gens. I know that a lot of people, like in the muscle car world or the car collector world, think that they're stupid. But because of that, it's pretty hard to find a stock one that's in decent shape because everybody just beat the shit out of them and thrown them away like pieces of trash. But she's not. She's a beautiful princess, and I love her. Did I say her name's Lady in Red?
Yes,
That's the
you
name
did.
of the car. Anyway, I blew the motor in that in 2011 and stupidly quit driving it because I was depressed about it. And so now that's something you should never do, by the way, is just leave a car sitting. I mean, it's in a garage, so it's better than nothing. But it's degraded. Like the fuel pump and the gas tank dried out. Shit like that will happen to it. But it's still sitting there. And once we're, really going, that car is going to get fixed. I already have the paint job. I have everything picked out in my mind. Not the drivetrain and stuff, but definitely the outside. It's like it's always easier to get dressed than it is to know what you're going to eat. Sort of thing.
Is that true? I don't know. I have
No, I
trouble
don't know
with
if
all
that's
those
true.
things.
Yeah.
Consume my life sometimes, but I'm really bad at making decisions, so a horrible decision maker.
Besides that, I've always just had 4 cylinders, like Hondas. I had a Fox. My first car was an Audi, and it burned to the ground the day before I was going to get my driver's license. And that's a story we'll go into at some other time.
That is a story.
Yeah.
Now that we've blabbered about nothing, we can start talking about something. Emily, would you like to get this ball rolling? We know how much you like balls.
Yes, Mandy, I certainly would. And also, for the record, you're a dick.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, let's get started with our very first interviewee. Is that how you say it? It's our very first interview on this podcast. And since the podcast is about road trips, we are interviewing Maggie von Scoyk.
Oh, no,
Shit.
Van Scoyk.
Van Scoyk.
It's okay.
Maggie Van Scoyk. And we found her through the magical world of Instagram. She's a Portland girl, which is where we live. And she's got a really sweet little Toyota truck. It was an 80?
It's an 82.
82. And she travels a ton and has done a bunch of cool stuff to her truck. So without further ado, Maggie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't really know where to start, but
God's creation. To your point. No, I'm just joking. You don't have to start there.
do you get? I guess I could. I don't know. I've lived in Portland for 8 years. The car thing is kind of new for me, actually. My background's in mopeds. I'm the club president of Puddle Cutters, which is Portland's premier moped gang. And I work on bikes and stuff. So I bought my 82 Toyota pickup from a friend a couple years ago and have been slowly rebuilding it over the past year and a half. So just kind of like the changeover from basic mechanics to learning truck stuff was pretty fluid, I guess.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes over, right? I would
Yeah.
imagine. So let's see. I guess we should cover the year, make, and model. We sort of did, but let's officially cover it.
Yeah, it's a 1982 Toyota pickup with a 22R. It's a 2.4 liter.
Is that a 4-cylinder?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, because that was the engine. You just said it. 22R. That was my next question. Let's see. Why a truck? Were you looking for a specific model?
I was looking for something that was carbureted and something that just felt a little bit more familiar to learn on, really, because
Oh yeah.
I didn't want
okay.
anything with any computers, and all the things that I've ever worked on before, nothing was newer than like an 80. So I
Okay.
felt like something that was in the same generation of like the bikes that I already have familiarity with would make more sense. And
Yeah.
like I wanted something that was could be good on gas and had like livability so that I could build out the back or just use it for like extensive travel.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like up in the air about what to get, but that just sort of made the most sense once it came up.
Yeah. I'm going to throw in a little side question already. I'm starting with my side questions. So are you pretty comfortable around carburetors?
Yeah.
Or, okay, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. There's a whole bunch of questions in there, but we'll save that for a different time.
Yeah. Emily will ramble on and on and on.
I might. We got a bunch of carburetors over there sitting there. Where'd the name come from?
For the truck?
Yeah, I mean, I know, but
So it's,
Nobody else.
I call it the fuck truck. Actually, it was a name that a friend of mine gave it, but it's because the license plate says DTF in it. So,
Which is the coolest license plate ever.
yeah.
I wanted a
I
license
know.
plate for my Chevelle that said boner magnet, and my ex-boyfriend got really mad about it.
Yeah, I feel like it came with that plate, and I feel like if I tried to get the same one now, I would get denied because it's probably on the like you cannot have this.
can't.
Do you think you can
license
have
plate list. So
boner
yeah, I
magnet?
can't. I like am just forever gonna have it registered in Oregon, so I can't.
yeah.
So you can never get rid of it.
Just keep it. I have to keep this plate. Let's talk about what you've done to it.
Oh God. Well, I got it from a friend who just used it as like a work vehicle. So they did bare maintenance. I don't think they ever actually even washed it in the 8 years that they owned it. So
God, was it filthy?
it was pretty disgusting. So I've gotten a lot of help along the way, but anything that I'm unfamiliar with, I asked a friend or I just hop into it myself. I've had to recently replace, oh God, like the water pump blew, put a new radiator in it, redid some of the electrical work, redid the rear and front brakes, rotors, bearings, kind of everything
Jeez.
lately. It's been kind of awful, but it's okay.
Was it a first owner truck? Were the people that you got it from? Was it did
No.
they had it for a long time?
No, well, they had it for a while. They like bought it from some gal in Albuquerque, and then he bought it from her down there, and then he moved up here. So it had a couple accidents and traveled a couple hands and had been stolen a couple times before I got it. But it was in my price range, and it came from a friend, so I knew it was well taken care of, at least as far as I could see. And
How many miles are on it?
the odometer broke around 230, and I haven't replaced the
Sweet.
cable yet. So I'm guessing right now it's at like 260.
That's pretty awesome.
I think it's not too
Oh,
bad, but it's a
dang.
22R, so my hope is that it'll be fairly bulletproof as long as I maintain it.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus. Yeah, Faye would say yes to that. She's a Toyota specialist. I would consider it right.
I feel like they run forever. They have such high resale
Yeah.
value.
Yeah. I have one more side question, and then Mandy, it's your turn. How many miles do you think that you drive in a year?
A lot. A lot. I don't know. I think this year alone I've probably put 8 or 9 on it, 9,000
Oh yeah, we're only halfway through.
easily. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't. It's
Awesome.
not like I can keep track because
Oh right. Oh, you can't.
my
'cause
odometer's
you-
been
Yeah.
broken for a while.
forever.
It's like
It's
I might even have driven like way farther than I guesstimate, but I couldn't because I just like go.
Yeah. I saw you have a thing about the August. Was it the end of August, beginning of September trip?
Yeah, I'm planning another trip pretty
Yeah.
soon. I was looking for a road dog.
Yeah,
'Cause
I know. I was like, oh,
You should just
so
come with.
fucking cool. Yeah.
You're looking for a road dog, just someone to
Yeah.
come with you.
Yeah, just doing like a week-long trip. Some friends of mine are getting married out in Colorado, which normally I wouldn't really care about that much, but they're really good buds who travel a lot themselves, and they're doing this like 3-day camping jam. So I was like, it's a good opportunity to take a road trip. So
Yeah.
I've just been working on planning my trip for the past couple days.
Sweet.
And you're going through Arches.
I'm going through Arches. Yeah.
I was looking at the route and just going, I'm from Southern Utah, so I was like, always any opportunity I can get to go back there is
That's going to be fun.
good. Yeah.
Okay, so my questions are way
Mandy.
better than hers. No, I'm just joking. Have you had any major road fouls, like busted U-joints, tire blowouts, or just parts falling off your truck?
Well, I did. Actually, pretty recently, I was driving down to Merced near Yosemite. And before I left, I felt a little bit uncomfortable about doing the rear brakes by myself. I just wanted an extra set of hands. And a friend, of course, who was a mechanic and was like, oh, yeah, I can help you do it, no problem. And they pinched the wheel cylinders, and the fluid leaked out on my drive from both rear tires, and I lost braking power.
Oh, my God.
But I just kept pulling over and topping off fluid until I got to where I had to go because it was real bad. But I didn't really have the tools or the time because it was in the middle of the night, and I wasn't that far from where I was going before I realized it was like totally
Oh, my God.
maxed
That's
out.
super scary.
I usually keep all the tools and stuff with me, and it was just I've been on the road for like 14 hours already, and I was just like, I don't even care. I just need to get there like right now.
Yeah.
And it was fine though. It was totally fine. But I think that's the only real major
Brakes or
thing.
no brakes. I'll put my feet out like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah,
and stop
yeah.
it.
It was. I mean, it ended up being fine.
Yeah.
I didn't die. It's no big deal.
All right. How many states have you driven to, and are there any standout spots you want to give a shout out to?
I would say I've definitely been to like more than 30, but less than 40. I think the shout outs really depend on what you want to see and what you want to do. Obviously, Oregon is beautiful for anyone who just wants to like stay close by, but Arizona and New Mexico are really beautiful too. I don't know. Everything is nice, and you should go to Canada too because it's not that far. of a
I
drive
love
from
Canada.
here.
There's
Yeah.
no trash anywhere. It's
that's
so
true.
insane. It's like there's like a robot that comes and picks it up as you're driving by. You throw a can out, it's just gone like instantly.
Just disappears into the air.
We drove to Canada, and I was just like, wow.
Well, that's the story
Yeah.
before this interview.
Yeah.
Because we have this snowboard trip to
road trip
Canada
story.
when we
Oh,
were
sweet.
when
Yeah.
we were wee 20-year-olds. Yeah.
All right. So, do you have a craziest road trip you can remember?
Crazy. What defines crazy?
Like just something that is in your mind like totally bonkers. Like
I
whoa.
think like just the distance traveled, just being like, okay, I'm gonna do 20 hours and not take any breaks and just keep going. I think those are always the ones. But as far as like things happening, not really too much. I usually like the way that I do my trips is like I like pick a destination and then sort of create like a loose route and a loose schedule. So I'm pretty well planned out when I make my decision to go places, even if it's just like some basic guidelines. But no, I don't think I have anything that's too bonkers that had happened.
Like you didn't pick up Pee Wee Herman or Large Marge.
No, you know what? Every once in a while when I'm out, I'll pick up hitchhikers here and there. Usually if it's like folks that look like me, where I can tell they're like,
Yeah.
you know, they're like train hoppers or folks who are like hiking the PCT and just want to get into town or something, I'll pick people up because I understand how that can really suck and you just need a ride. But I've never like picked anyone up that was like weird or threatening or anything either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually they're cool.
That,
As far as my experiences have been.
sometimes.
Well, I've gotten picked up by
I've
weirdos,
gotten picked
but
up by some weirdos.
yeah.
When I hit hitchhikes. All right. So my other question is, do you have a dream truck or travel situation that you're like, just like, I need to go here and can't wait to go to this place?
A dream truck? Well, I would love to have like a 4x4 converted Chinook, honestly. They're so great. And I see them around town and I just like salivate at them and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, who's that? I want them to be my friend right now. But I think that would be number one. Honestly, like I love weird builds when people like turn cars into houses and they really shouldn't have a wood stove inside. But
yeah, those are pretty cool.
there is a guy around here and I can't remember his name, but he recently did a build where he took like a Brat and turned it into a camper.
I bet you're talking about Scotty?
No, they had a Toyota.
Oh.
Yeah. I have a friend that has a brat, and him and his wife are in Mexico right now.
He built it all out.
Living the high life.
When I see people with those like Sprinter vans that have all the setup, I always get kind of pissed because I'm like, those things are so expensive and like the builds are so extensive. Like people who are on a budget can't afford to do that kind of stuff.
No.
So I really want a brat one day. I sent her a picture of one and I was like, we should just split this.
I feel like I know someone who might be selling one.
Really?
Yeah.
For how much?
I can probably give you the info later.
Oh my God, I would love that. They're so awesome.
They're pretty cool.
Okay. Any road advice you want to throw our way?
Totally. I have tons of road advice. Where to start? I don't know who we're talking to, but if we're talking to the ladies, if you want to do a road trip and you don't have anyone to go with, do it anyway. Go by yourself.
I love that advice.
People think the road is unsafe, but it's really not as bad as you think it is. Just be prepared. Make sure you have extra gas, extra water, extra tools. And just, there's like, where else can I go? Like, it depends on what you want to do too. So like, make a plan, but keep it loose. There's a lot of really great apps you can use too, based on your budget. I really like one that's called All Stays Campin' RV. It's like a $10 app, but it gives you all of the campgrounds like in the United States, and it ranges from like BLMs to rest stops to Forest Service to state parks.
That's really cool.
Parks. Well, and you keep the app forever. Updates.
And it's it's a little spendy of an app, but when you're on the road, it's like really.
It sounds like $10 well spent.
Yeah, it's gold.
Yeah,
and it's really nice too because sometimes you're like on the road for a long time and you just want to sleep, but you don't want to sleep at a road stop. Like, perfect example from like here, if you're heading south on the I-5 corridor, you can go to Weed. You can stop in Weed, and there's like a Lake Shastantina, which is a BLM site, and you can just pull off the road like a couple miles and just go to sleep, and it doesn't cost anything, and no one will bother you. So, like I say, don't sleep at road stops or rest stops if they make you uncomfortable. Like there are lots of other options. I sleep in my truck pretty much everywhere I go. So
that's really good advice.
Especially as a single lady, there's a couple things you can do that help that I do that make me feel safer. Is I always bring like a dog bowl, and I fill it with water and I leave it outside my truck. So even if people see me alone, I
like
look
a big
like I have
dog
an
bowl.
animal. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Like a big one.
Yeah, like a big old one.
Yeah, maybe like a Rottweiler's dog bowl.
No, she has a wiener dog bowl. It's like this big.
Yeah.
It's like, fear me.
a bottle.
I got this wiener dog. That is really good advice, actually.
There was like one other app that I was like, that's a good one. Oh, it's another pay for app, but if you're like, sometimes I find like when you're doing the long drives, you kind of just need something to do. There's a roadside attraction app, which also is a pay-in app. But it's really great because it'll just pin where you are and it'll give you like random things to do.
What's it called? It's just called Roadside?
It's called Roadside America.
Roadside America.
So like let's pin us right now. So right now.
And we'll put this all in the show notes too.
Yeah.
For all of our thousands of listeners out there listening to our first podcast.
Like I know there's like lots of dorky things around here even. Like I know that like Bobby the Wonder Dog is buried behind the Humane Society up on Columbia Boulevard, which is like the dog that like is the inspiration of Homeward Bound. Like there's just like dorky stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like it's everywhere. So like when you're like on a long stretch, if you see something that you just like need to take a break, you can go look at like the world's largest watermelon slice and chill out for a little while.
I mean, that's on my list.
It's on mine.
Okay, I have a question to interject in. So do you prefer? First on that app that you were talking about, the first one, the camping one.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called All Stays Campin' RV. Actually, the company All Stays, it's an app, like an app builder, and they have lots of different versions of their apps. So they have like a Campin' RV one. They also have one that's like specifically geared towards like ghost towns.
That's
or
cool.
people with RVs where you can only like find places that have RV friendly spots. Like,
yeah.
There's lots of different versions of the apps that they offer, but I think it's a really good travel app.
Do you are you able to download the specific area you're going in case you lose cell service?
So you also there's other apps that you can use. It depends on where I'm going. So if I'm doing like central corridors, I'll just use that, and I have maps too, but also there are apps that you can download that have like offline capabilities. Like I think there's an app that has the U.S. Public Lands app, is you can download. I think it's that one where you can download different maps, and also like pretty much all of the like Forest Service maps are eligible. Like you can download them online, so you can just like keep them on your phone, and if you need to look at them later,
Then
you can
see
just
them.
pull them up.
Yeah.
So you don't wind up on a road that's like some snow road and get trapped there.
And also, like, like I go to the ranger stations all the time, like, because I'll often go pretty deep in the woods. Like, having good line of communication with the rangers is a really good idea because they know you're there, and if you need any maps or anything, you can stop by and grab them for cheap or or for free, and then you can ask them for, like, where to go.
Yeah. That was so. The other part of my question was, how do you feel about maps? Like, do you kind of always have one with you? Do you love looking at them? And it sounds like you're pretty good at that, at apps.
Yeah, I mean, I always keep maps with me. I usually just keep like an atlas with me and just do loose navigating if I feel a little lost.
Yeah.
But usually if I'm like making a plan to go someplace, I do all my planning before I go and kind of get all the information before I head out. That way I don't put myself in a situation to get lost.
You're like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the Atlantic Ocean?
Yeah, I'm a big
Thought I was going to
fan of
Canada.
planning. Yeah.
Done that a few times with Emily.
What?
Driven very far out of the way. Yep. And all right, so I guess my other question is, most expensive ticket or road violation have you had any?
I haven't gotten any.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, you must have great insurance rates.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But you did say you keep getting pulled over about your lights. So.
I was just because the lenses were so worn out because they look pink instead of red. But I've never gotten a ticket. The only time I've ever been pulled over was because like a light was out or my vehicle looked like it was too old to be on the road. But usually anytime I've talked to cops, they've been like super understanding and they're just like, just go get a new lens from the junkyard or whatever.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
They're just picking. Well, she's not.
Well, I also feel
being an
like
idiot,
road
like
trips,
doing donuts.
I feel like road trips are like you're there to enjoy the drive, so I don't really like drive that fast. I just kind of like hang out and just like enjoy what I'm doing. Try to.
Well, and you're in a truck too. I don't equate. I mean, I equate like Baja style racing trucks with speed when they're going through the deserts, but not like, I don't know, trucks. I don't feel like you have to drive tons really super fast if you're in a truck. But
Whatever,
also,
Emily.
I'm used to cars, so I'm just like when I get in a truck, I go like 10 miles an hour. It's so big.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
truck is like 0 to 70 in 5 minutes. So it's
Just
like,
cruising,
yeah, I don't-
cruising speed.
And I guess my last question is, what led you to become a vagabond road gypsy?
Honestly, I've just never really had an interest in settling down. I've never had an interest in like staying in one place too long, and like I've been slowly converting my truck into like the most livable space because I want to be able to kind of move around as much as I can. And I don't really have a whole lot tying me down here, so there's no reason.
Do you have a home
Yeah.
base or?
I do. I'm actually going to be leaving in October to be on the roads kind of semi-permanently. So
Yeah, I saw a post about that.
yeah, thankfully I have a really good support network of people that I care about, who care about me, who will let me use them as home base while I travel. But
Or have you
So
just been like
cool.
saving up a bunch of money to go do that?
a
Or,
little bit.
How do you like survive like through just?
So now that I work now, like that's what with the truck specifically, like I've been working on getting it super solid so that when I leave, I don't have to run into any of the issues of things breaking down. I don't have any of those like that cost. So, and I'm planning on just like picking up jobs and then like I've already got a couple leads on different things. So
Yeah.
I can go work for a couple months and stay in one place and then move to another place and work for a couple months and just kind of hop around for a while.
So cool.
I don't know how it's
Yeah,
gonna go. I might come
yeah.
back. I might not. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
you can always come
I like-
back. You know,
yeah,
you're
you can
not.
always
It's
come
not
back.
like doomsday. Once you leave, you can't come
No,
back.
it's true.
you
And
know?
thankfully, I have some really wonderful people in my life that are like letting me use their house as like my permanent residence, so that even if I'm traveling, I can have a place where like it says that I live there. All my insurance is there. So if I do get pulled over or something, and they're like, "Where are you supposed to be?" I'm just like, "Oh, I live in Oregon." So I won't have any problems.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Where are you supposed to be? Where are we all supposed to be, man?
Who knows?
Um, I love that. I'm like the opposite of that. I'm a really sedentary person. I mean, I just like to I could like stay in one spot, but I've always really
I love to travel.
Admired people that travel and like can do it all the time. Like Maddie that used to sleep on our couch. Like, I have one more question. Is it the driving or the destination that's your favorite
both.
part?
I find driving really meditative, so like I'm totally down for like super, super long drives.
Yeah.
But also like I totally am like a needs to know and see everything type of person where like it just like, I don't know, gives me a fire sort of to like see and do new things. So I don't know, it's both.
You get to see how other people live.
Yeah.
I love that.
Also, you get to spend time with like all of your friends everywhere they are. It doesn't matter. So like everyone is happy to see you, and you get to like spend like little bits of quality time with lots of people, and that's kind of what I love. Because I feel like when you're in one spot, you like have your crew, but then like all you're always like reaching an arm out to like people that you love, being like, I miss you. But if you're just like on the road, you can be like, yeah, I'm just gonna come over.
Yeah. I miss you, and guess what? I'm an hour and a half
I'm at
out.
your house, looking in the window.
Do you mind if I sleep on your couch and take a shower? Oh, actually, that's another thing for being on the road, especially if you're gonna be on the road for a long time, like I am. Showers and stuff like that, cleanliness things. Get what's the word for it? You join a gym. So you can, that one that's like a national chain. That way you can just like stop in any place, any city that has those gyms, and take a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You can do truck stop showers, but that's always a little awkward.
I've never been in a truck. I mean, that's just like a thing that's in my mind that exists as like a urban legend. I know that. I mean, I've been to truck stops with showers, but I've never actually paid. I've never taken a shower at one. I guess is
it's
what
okay.
I'm saying.
I mean, it's fine, but you know, there's always that like, I'm at a truck stop taking a shower sort of feeling.
Do they think I'm a lot lizard?
Yeah, hopefully not.
There's an awesome song in there. I'm at a truck taking a shower.
So, do you have anything else you want to add or say or shout out?
I don't know. Like, you know, like I definitely have like any advice for anybody who's actually interested in like traveling long term, or just like needs just a little bit of help or recommendations. Like, you totally can reach out to me and I'll answer them if I can.
I guess with that, what is your Instagram? So if people decide
it's just my name, which is horribly difficult to spell, but it's just Maggie Van Scoyk. That's it.
And we'll put that in the show notes too. Yeah.
So people don't have to, because Scoyk?
Van Scoyk.
Van Scoyk.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He said it's Dutch, right?
It's Dutch, yeah.
Well, thank you, Maggie, for coming.
Yeah.
I guess.
You're awesome.
I'm so glad you guys invited me to come over.
Yeah. And you have some cool stories. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And now we have some really cool
notes.
No.
You have some apps.
I have some apps.
We have some really cool app recommendations.
Apps that I can have, so I can see some cool roadside attractions. All right. Well, that concludes our first podcast and our first interview. Thank you, Maggie Von Scoyk, for taking the time out to do that interview with us. Thank you to our 5 listeners, hopefully 10 next time. And Greg, who did the theme music and voiceovers. He's in a badass band called Donova, so if you haven't heard of them, check them out.
And also Mouse at Red Lantern Studios. He is the sound engineer that mixed said voiceover and theme music. Also, shout out to AJ. Thank you. He is the sound engineer that mixes our actual podcast, and he makes us sound witty. And like we have chemistry.
Also, like our voices
like
aren't made of gravel.
Like we're friends.
And we haven't smoked 5,000 cigarettes.
And he smoked 5,000 dicks.
Oh my God. Not today.
We just
couldn't
couldn't end without a D joke.
That is why it sounds so good today. You guys can find us at Car Crush.
CarKrush. That's on Instagram. That's where we're most likely to do any social media-ing.
And you can find me at Boner Battlefield on Instagram.
And I am at MDogNightmare.
And
I feel like that's all the info that you
The winning lottery tickets, I don't know because I lost. Anyways.
God, we just don't want to say goodbye.
But we're going to. See you next time. Ciao.